Hello, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at my top 10 favorite teams of the season. We're going to have 4 teams for the Open Great League, we're going to have 3 teams for the Open Master League, and 3 teams for the Open Ultra League. We're going to have 2 weeks available now, where all leagues are going to be available for us as well. Plus, we're going to have the Go Battle weekend now during the World Championship, where you're going to be able to do 100 battles a day, which is quite insane, I think, for 4 days straight. And so you'll maybe want to take a look at some very solid teams for yourself here, and we definitely have a lot of them here. Also, there might be another video tomorrow for some other type of teams that might help you out throughout this weekend. But yeah, anyway, if you enjoy this type of content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Very likely you're gonna get news towards the new season with all the updates that you're gonna get in terms of move updates for Pokemon Go tomorrow. So stay tuned for this. I hope I'm going to be able to cover it. It's going to be a little bit late most likely for me because it's going to get revealed throughout this stream for the Go Championships. So definitely stay tuned as well. Check in, get some nice rewards by watching it. But anyway, let's move on to team number 1. Team number 1 is already a team that I stolen before as well. There is a video on my channel for it with a Wikituff on the thumbnail. It is, I think, from Memi. I stole this one. We're going to have the Empoleon on the lead. We're going to have the Goodra, the Saysop, and the Wikituff in the back. This was like basically the most consistent team that I was seeing and like played as well throughout the season. So like if you really want to have a consistent one, this is the way to go. Goodra with the move Thunder Punch going to be very good in the current meta. Generally speaking, just a very good Stay Swap. Empoleon being able to beat those Fairy type Pokemon is always quite nice, especially also as you want to have their own Fairy type Pokemon in the back there with the Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff being able to beat those Fighting type Pokemon like the Annihilate is going to be quite important. But anyway, we're going to see here one of the strongest teams that I've played this season for sure. Very good team to use. Feel free to copy, and we can move on to team number 2. We're going to have here a team that is, I think, the number 1 team from PvPoke. I think I went 11-2 with this team here. Steering Skarmory, Gligar, as well as Quagsire. You can use non-Shadow variant for both of the Pokemon in the back as well. I think they were both non-Shadow actually when I tried to use them there on the video. There is a video towards it anyway, so definitely check out the video as well towards this team. For every kind of team that I showcase here today is going to be a video on my channel for this season. So feel free to just check out those videos as well if you want to see some more information towards them. But here we're going to have the Steel Wing Skarmory in the lead. We're going to have the Gligar in the back and the Quagsire as well. Quagsire, very cool together with the Skarmory. Gligar as a Saysop is also very solid for this one. Very good team. This is a very good team. If you want to see a little bit more gameplay towards it again, check out the video. It would be very good for you to see a little bit more on how this team kind of plays out. Team number 3 is going to be my Legend team, a very unique team that I built by analyzing the meta. Also a very cool video. Thanks also all for the positive support on this video. The type of video I will most likely do again for the upcoming season, where I analyze the meta, try to build a team that perfectly counters it, and actually worked and got me up to Legend as well. So this team here, very, very cool. The normal Stunfisk, Unova Stunfisk. Key to this team, a very cool core breaker for the current meta. Of course, Dugong and Wigglytuff in the back are very solid as well. But yeah, basically Stunfisk never seen it really in Go Battle League recently, and Dugong is also not the most common Pokemon. Wigglytuff, very common though. I would imagine it's gonna get a nerf hopefully. But yeah, this is going to be it for this one, and we can move on to team number 4. This is a team as well that I think I stole from Weedle. We're going to have a team here with the Gligar, we're going to have the Annihilate as well as the Skarmory. I think this is also a rank 1 in the world team. Very solid. Again, that's a climbing team. Like if you really want to climb, you kind of have to rely on those Pokemon like that Gligar, like that Skarmory, like the Annihilate. Those are just the best Pokemon in the current meta. Again, I would imagine, and we're gonna see it as well tomorrow, that this is going to change in the future, but by the way, I have no idea what is going to happen tomorrow. I have no idea, I just heard that there's going to be the move change tomorrow, so we have to see when that's going to be. But yeah, I would imagine that the meta is going to shift quite a bit. Niantic and like Pokemon Go in general, like already tweeted out that there's going to be a big shift coming up, so I'm excited. Hopefully you're also excited, and again, there's going to be a ton of content also leading up towards the new season on this channel, so feel free to subscribe to this channel. Would really appreciate it. There's a lot coming up for the next few weeks here. We on to the Ultra League. This is going to be a team from its Exxon. I used it in the beginning of the season. They hit as like one of the first person, a veteran, with this team in the Open Ultra League. We're going to have here the Poison Sting Crunch Sludge Bomb variant of the Drapion as well, which is kind of cool. Double Shadow line there. Annihilate for Alligator, very good in the current Ultra League meta. Like Annihilate is really, really good. Other Pokemon that are very good is also like Poliwrath. Poliwrath is something I see quite often. For Alligator, very, very common. Drapion, not too much, but it's a very cool core breaker currently, being able to beat something like Tapu Fini Giratina, which is a very good core and also a very common core. So like this Pokemon has a lot of potential, and also a lot of people don't really expect it anymore, which is really cool. But yeah, very solid lineup here, a very, very balanced team as well. And we can move on to team number 6. This is basically the Great League team, but in the Ultra League. Yeah, we're going to have the Empoleon, the Goodra, as well as the Dragonite. You can also, which I also saw before by the way, you can also use in the back instead of the Dragonite, the Alolan Ninetales as a Shadow variant if you have it XL. That works out as well. You can use also something like a Como in the back. That would also work out. So like there are a lot of different kind of options. Again, here we have kind of the same situation where you have Empoleon plus Goodra as like a core, and then trying to have a Pokemon in the back that's either like Dragon or a Charmer. Because like a Dragon that is being able to resist also Fighting type moves is very important. So you can go for Dragonite, you can go for something like the Giratina. Both of them would work out. Or you're gonna go for a Charmer that's going to be able to counter those Fighting types Pokemon even better. And so here, this is a very solid lineup for sure, and most likely one of the easiest teams to play for the Open Ultra League. Here we're gonna go to kind of my favorite kind of style of team for the Open Ultra League. It's a very classic style that has been around for quite a bit. We're going to have the Virizion, Ampharos, and Aurorus. Especially if Virizion plus Aurorus core is, in my opinion, my best, my favorite core for this current meta. It is kind of core broken, maybe a bit by Annihilate. If you're a little bit too scared about this, you can go for Trevenant instead. Here, I used this team before with even the Electros and had some positive results in the Open Ultra League, which I didn't expect. But Ampharos is going to be the better play here as well, having to Trailblaze, giving it the same coverage as Elite, which is something that I always like to have in my teams, because if you sub out of Elite, you're very likely going to get out the Pokemon that would be weak against Elite. So in case of Ampharos, you might get out a ground type Pokemon. You'll be able to still hit it with super effective damage with a Trailblaze, so I like this quite a bit. And of course, you don't really want to have ground type Pokemon against the Auroras. I guess it depends, because you still do super effective damage against them as well with Powder Snow and a Water Ball. Team number 8, we're going to be now in the Open Master League. We're going to have a team here that is quite a classic one. Palkia, I didn't have a Spatial Rent, but of course Draco Media also worked out for me. Say swap of Outrage variant of Necrozma. Outrage is needed. Outrage is so good. Basically, a lot of Pokemon that are even part Dragon typing kind of want to swap out into your Necrozma. This happens so often that I had my Palkia in the lead, the opponent swaps out into, like I swap out into my Necrozma, the opponent goes into their own Palkia, getting punished immediately by the Outrage. Outrage on Necrozma Duskbane is so much fun. Definitely would recommend it to you. By the way, we are not going to have a no legendary team for the Master League in this video, because yeah, no legendary teams are not really as ideal. But I made recently a video about, where Garrett is on the thumbnail as well, about a no legendary team that definitely works. Definitely check that one out as well if you want to compete in the Open Master League, but you don't have a legendary Pokemon. Might help you out a bit. But this team is such a good one. Of course, Palkia currently the best Pokemon. Taking a look at Palkia literally beating the top Pokemon, all of them, is kind of mad. And then like the Pokemon that you lose against is like Zekrom, which is really equal, and I think you win this in 2 shields. And yeah, like Lugia, Reshiram, like not really the craziest answers there either. It's kind of mad. Like honestly, Palkia is way too busted right now. Number 9, we're going to have a team here with Zacian and Elite, and here I kind of changed a little bit towards what I actually was running. Again, every single team that I showcased here, there is a video on my channel. Just check out throughout the season. There are playlists for Master League, Ultra League, and Great League. Check out those as well. But here I was playing Quick Attack on Zacian. Nowadays, I think Snarl is just way better. Snarl is going to give you some option to do super effective damage against the Necrozma forms while generating more energy as well, which is really cool. Kyogre in the back and the Xerneas here. How does this team work? You kind of want to stay in the lead. You kind of want to keep the lead there, try to play the one out. Again, depending on the meta that you encounter, maybe you can even change the moveset of Zacian. Maybe Quick Attack is then better. Like Quick Attack gives you a little bit more damage output, which can be cool. Can you help out as well against Ho-Oh, which might be one of the reasons why you maybe want to still get the Quick Attack. But yeah, it really depends on what you want to do here. But again, you have double Fairy Line. You kind of want to stay in with the lead, try to win the lead, and then try to align yourself later on, because Kyogre is great against everything that's not a Dragon type Pokemon, and Xerneas is great against Dragon type Pokemon, but not so much against like Fire types. And so this team really worked out well for me as well when I tried it. Would recommend you to try it out. And we can move on to the final one. Final team for today is going to be a team that I was running recently as well, and that was just so good. Like, honestly, we have Mewtwo, Hero, Psycho Cut, Side Strike, and Shadow Ball. Was also on the thumbnail if you want to take a look at that one. Like, Mewtwo is still so good in the current meta, especially with Shadow Ball again. Got rid of Focus Bars, put back Shadow Ball onto it. I think I changed the Elite move there already on Mewtwo like 3-4 times at this point. But yeah, Shadow Ball very likely gonna stay here now forever because the cross-mount forms are too important to counter for Mewtwo, but it's still such a good Pokemon, and honestly, in my opinion, the best Pokemon in the current Master League meta is the Xerneas. It is just so good. It is like literally ridiculous how good this Pokemon is. And so yeah, it is what it is. This team is definitely very strong. Made a video about it recently, check it out. And this is going to be it for this one, and you're gonna see another video with most likely some teams tomorrow as well, so feel free to subscribe to the channel, check that video out then later as well, but also stay tuned for the move update that is coming out somewhere tomorrow. Hopefully I can stay awake until then, but yeah, we will see. See you then, bye bye.